West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee walking out of the NITI Aayog meeting chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. She's claimed that she did not get an opportunity to speak and she was not even allowed to speak for barely 5 minutes before her mic was cut off. She's claimed that her mic was cut the moment she raised the funds that are being given to West Bengal. She's also gone out to state that Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister and TDP Supremo N. Chandrababu Naidu got a chance to speak for 20 minutes. He's of course a key ally of the BJP. Meanwhile, the TMC Supremo has further alleged that the union budget that was presented by the Finance Minister on the 23rd of July was full of a political bias. She's further gone on to state that the states ruled by the opposition parties were neglected in the budget. She's further gone on to emphasize with the fact that she is the only leader from the opposition who has attended this meeting. Remember, viewers, opposition leaders and chief ministers from opposition ruled states including Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Punjab as well as Telangana and Himachal Pradesh, they have boycotted this meeting as well. Mamata Banerjee was initially also eyeing at boycotting this meeting, but her nephew Abhishek Banerjee convinced her to attend this. She's of course walked off now. My colleague Brian Anthony Thomas joining us on the broadcast to share more details. Brian, high-octane political developments in the national capital. It seems that the political slugfest over the budget still persists. This is of course spilled over to the NITI Aayog meeting that is taking place today itself. This has been chaired by the Prime Minister. Mamata Banerjee has walked out.
Well, definitely, Pia. Mamata Banerjee walked out at around 12 p.m. and even though now still the meeting is going on and the meeting is scheduled till 4 p.m. Now, definitely it's an integral meeting, and as even Mamata Banerjee from yesterday, she was alleging her, disinterest in attending the meeting, but she said that she's representing the opposition, the India Alliance, and being a part of this meeting. But now she said she rather walked away in just between the meeting at around 12 p.m. saying that she was not given the chance to speak, where she even alleged that, Chandrababu Naidu, the, chief ministers of Goa, Assam, Chhattisgarh spoke for 10-12 minutes. Chandrababu Naidu was given to speak for around 20 minutes, but just after 5 minutes when she was delivering a speech, her mic was turned off, it was switched off, and she was alleging that this is a discrimination to not just Bengal but all the regional parties. And then again she goes on to, speak against the scrapping of NITI Aayog, saying that NITI Aayog should be scrapped off because they do not have, the financial powers. And also she again goes on to say to bring back the planning commission, which was introduced by, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So she was alleging that NITI Aayog should be scrapped. And when she started speaking, and she also said that she would rather speak on, the discrimination against Bengal for the union budget, where it was just, helping the allies, the BJP's and allies, and it was the budget to help the allies and not for other states. And it was not even helping the other states, as even Mamata Banerjee said in her statements also while she was interacting with us media personals, and also posed that she was alleging that this is nothing but a discrimination, and then she just walked off. She even said that she would also stage a protest after if she does not get a chance to speak for more than five minutes or so. But it's actually happened. She did not get a chance to speak for 5 minutes or more, like she said, and it will be rather interesting to see whether she stages a protest or goes back to West Bengal. Yes, Pia.
All right, Brian. Stay on with us. We also have Mr. Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist, with us on the broadcast. The last time we spoke, we were discussing Mamata Banerjee's statement with regards to scrapping the NITI Aayog, and now just a few hours later, she has walked out of the meeting. She's claimed that her mic was cut off and she was not allowed to speak. She's further gone out to hit out at the government and state that the union budget was biased. Earlier itself, a war of words was also raging within the parliament itself, and Nirmala Sitharaman had categorically hit out at the TMC over this, claiming that that this is an audacious claim that the centre is being biased against the West Bengal government. Why do you think Mamata Banerjee is doing this? Is it to further consolidate her voter base, that she is trying to claim that there is a bias against West Bengal in particular?
I think so. It's her gallery in West Bengal, the voters' gallery, that she's looking at. And then she's talking about that. She's trying to tell them that you are being discriminated. One thing is, it's very, very sticky wicket for her from now on in the West Bengal. We are having a huge demographic changes taking place in West Bengal. And the voter bank that she possesses. I would not like to bring in politics into this NITI Aayog stuff.
Excuse me, sir. Just a second. I apologize for interjecting, but we also have Mr. R.P. Singh with us, BJP national spokesperson. Sir, what is your very first reaction to Mamata Banerjee walking out of this meeting? She's made some claims stating that her mic was cut off as well, and she was merely allowed to speak for 5 minutes. She's also called the budget as biased and called for the scrapping of the NITI Aayog as well.
Well, no one has a privacy to what happened inside, but I mean, I don't think government will have the NITI Aayog would have turned off her mic. The people in the NITI Aayog would have done that. There's a time allocated, and then during that time we to speak. And I've been told there was probably a lunch break and or probably a tea break because of that, which the mic was switched off, and which is coming on the TV channels only. But they are trying to create issue out of non-issue. The basic key issue is you need to discuss about the plans of the state, the funds allocated to the state, the various government schemes which have to be implemented in states. So instead of working on those mutually with the central government under the federal structure, he has boycotted the NITI Aayog. It's probably, as per me, to the NITI Aayog also, and also to the chair also. The Prime Minister was chairing the meeting. So she is basically doing purely sheer politics by doing so.
And sir, she's also called for the scrapping of the NITI Aayog. She's stated that the powers of the state have been diluted due to this. We all know that the erstwhile Planning Commission was done away with primarily in order to foster cooperative federalism. The states did not have a say when the Planning Commission used to function. Everything was rather centralized, and Mamata Banerjee is calling to bring this back. Do you think she's contradicting her own self by making these statements?
Yes, because NITI Aayog was brought in only to ensure that there should be a federal system which should work where states equally participate in whatever decision has to be taken. And then this option was not available in the Planning Commission, where all states put together, sitting together, would decide on various schemes of the government, on the layouts of the financial layout of the government. But as Mamata Banerjee is, and as the opposition is, we are trying to make an issue out of non-issue, and then trying to divert people's attention. The basic is that the government has allocated certain funds to you to implement certain schemes. If you are not doing, you are answerable for that. But you think you are above law, you don't need to answer any of these, and then you can divert people's attention by boycotting and by doing all this.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking out time and speaking to us on the broadcast. Once again, go back to Mr. Himanshu, but sir, sorry for interjecting you over there. You of course heard it from R.P. Singh now what the Bharatiya Janata Party stance is. They're of course maintaining that Mamata Banerjee is creating out an issue out of a non-issue, considering that the allocation of funds to the state are sufficient itself. Mamata Banerjee's entire campaign during the Lok Sabha was on this primary pitch itself, and this pitch did garner her the votes. She did manage to increase the tally of her seats, and back to the point you were making with regards to her consolidating her vote base on this agenda, is that why she is continuously emphasizing on this matter with regards to the funds?
Basically, she is playing to her gallery. She is playing to her voter base. And she will continue to do so. Because she knows, the huge demographic changes which is being brought about in West Bengal is going to help her in quite a bit. That is primarily the reason, that what has been happening in West Bengal is a terror and a demographic change. It's something like this, the TMC workers on the ground in West Bengal have been seen, describing central schemes as their own. The state government, Mamata ji gave that, TMC gave that, be it housing, be it rationing, be it anything. And that is what has been done by the opposition. Now, on the central stage, when the other opposition parties are not there, they boycotted this. Now she wants to garner every bit of attention that she can get. And so when allotted time is over, when she has to give way to some other one to talk, she walks out. And she says, her mic has been shut off. Creating non-issue out of creating issue out of non-issue. That has been opposition doing it for quite some time. And they will continue to do so to hog the limelight. Now see what has happened is, now today at 1 o'clock when the meeting is on, till 4 o'clock, all NITI Aayog's decision and how the funds are allocated, what are the government schemes, what are being discussed. Instead of that, we are talking of Mamata Banerjee walking out. See, that's one way of getting media attention. And that's what opposition has been doing. And they have been successfully doing it. This is what she's done again. And that will continue to happen. But then NITI Aayog and the ruling benches will have to be strict about it. And see to that they are not entertained more or any way, because they are in opposition, they are vocal, they should be given way. No, sir. They need to be tackled in their own way. As Prime Minister once said, you'll be replied back in your own ecosystem ways. And that is what needs to be done. And that's why, she'll keep on creating it. I have no doubts about it. Because these are the things on which, she's fooled the people of West Bengal for quite some time. And in 2 years' time, we are going to have elections again. Assembly elections. And that's where the real test will come. So this will go on. There's nothing new in it. I don't see anything new in it. I said that before also. I'm saying it again also. Because she works on her own agenda to appease her vote bank. But only when the reorganization of the constituencies take place. Then we'll have to see, what she's been able to.
Indeed, and as you said, we will keep our eye out on the assembly election and whether her continuous sticking to the strategy will work out for her or not. She's already managed to oust the Congress from the state, reducing their tally to 0. She's managed to reduce the BJP's tally by around 8 seats as well, further consolidating her fort. But what remains interesting is whether this strategy will work 2 years later as well or not. I'd like to thank you, sir, for taking out time speaking to us on the broadcast. Meanwhile, there are further source-based information that we're tracking as far as this development is concerned. As per our sources, Mamata Banerjee's claim that the microphone was switched off during the 9th Governing Council meeting of the NITI Aayog is not correct. Sources are telling us that the clock only showed that her speaking time was finished and the bell was not rung to mark it. Alphabetically, sources have told us that her turn would have come after the lunch, but she was accommodated as the 7th speaker on an official request of the West Bengal government as she had to return early.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.